Hey guys, it's 2019. It's a new year. I had to consolidate the YouTube channels because I had two different channels, so I decided to make them into one just so I could put everything on one channel because it get a little confusing and frustrating that all of my original Mirage videos were on one channel and the other stuff was on another. So I'm trying to get all this stuff sorted out that I can actually start making content on a weekly basis, at least once a week or so. And so I had to combine those things and just get rid of the other channel. Anyways, I know it's been quite some time for an update, and it's long overdue. Some of you follow the Facebook page, so you've seen that the engine's out of the Mirage, and nothing's really been posted other than that. Speaking of the Mirage, it's fairly dirty. Half of it's clean. It's got wiring everywhere. The suspension components are all taken out, and I'm just kind of looking things over, cleaning things up, and figuring out where I want to go from there. Let's see. I did upgrade the brakes at one point in the front. I went to go do the rear brakes, and I never did finish. I do have the parts, I just never did finish on the rear disc conversion, at least on this side. The other side has it done, with the exception of the e-brake. For comparison of the front brakes that I was running, I've got these two right here. Yeah, I didn't drive too long on this setup, but this was just slotted and drilled rotors. I think these are just the regular size brake rotors that came on the DE. I can't remember if I switched over from my black coupe that I used to have and switched over to the bigger brakes, or if these are just the 98 DE size. And this is the bigger brake upgrade that's actually out of the car, and I'm just kind of sitting over here for now, just because I'm going to clean some things up, like I said, and probably just put them away for now. I wanted to run new parts, but I may buy new parts, run these for a while, and go from there. It seems to be a good bit of life left in that stuff, so I don't really want to waste parts. But recently I found out that there's a track close to me that has time attack competitions once every it's twice a month, so it's like every other Friday. And since I can't drive the car legally on the road here, and they're passing more laws to do with exhaust, or enforcing different things to do with exhaust sounds and so on and so forth, I really don't want to be a target. I'm just kind of sick of dealing with the stupidity that is California politics. But I'll just track that car for, I don't know, until I decide to put something else together and whatever. But I want the car turboed, and I want to use it as just a time attack car for now, because there's no sense in driving it on the streets and running the risk of a potential $1,000 ticket. Yeah, so I know that that's not the first offense. You can get a lot less than that or whatever and stuff, but eventually I think it gets to the $1,000 thing. Some of you already have seen this. I'm sure it's all over the place. There's a petition going around that has like over 200,000 signatures to get that all sorted out. But yeah, like I said, the engine's out of the car, obviously. Sitting over here on the pallet. I know that a lot of work has been done on the car in terms of things being taken apart and stuff, and I haven't really filmed any of that. I did film some things, but I never really made them into videos. I have this big file that's on my my hard drive that has, like, you know, car videos that I recorded, and nothing ever got edited or put up, and it's just been sitting around. So it's a matter of recording it, never editing it, and just never putting it out. So I'm just gonna kind of scrap that stuff. I may use clips from things here and there, or I may post them up later, but for now I'm just gonna start with, this is where I'm at currently. Going forward, I'm gonna go ahead and do it from that angle. So but yeah, for those of you who are familiar with this engine, a lot of you are. Most of you get rid of it quickly. I can't blame you. But yeah, the 4G15. It's one of my favorite engines for no other reason than the fact that everyone else hates it. And I fell in love with it because everyone hated it. So I'm stupid like that, but that's okay. The engine's gonna get taken apart. I'm gonna start filming a lot more of that stuff, so that way, instead of just talking in videos, which I tend to do the most of, I'm actually gonna do videos where I'm actually taking the thing apart, and I'm gonna see how that goes. So these every once a week videos or so will just have me, even if I'm just disassembling certain things or doing something, I want to record it and put it up there. That way there's some kind of something for me to do. And if it helps someone out, it helps someone out. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do some things. So like I said, this is gonna be taken apart. The rods are gonna be replaced. Many of you have watched Mighty Car Mods and seen the 4G15 that those guys ran. For those of you who've known me for a long time, know that I used to run a 4G15 turbo setup. I ran 12 pounds on an AFC with injectors, with bigger injectors or so, and the car ran great. The car actually never blew up. It never had a problem. When I've taken the car apart each time, it's never blown up. It's never really had any issues. I've even had a boost spike up to 18 pounds before, and consistently ran somewhat untuned, pretty much rich on the AFC, the bigger injectors, and the turbo that I had, which is for those of you who don't know, was a Garrett T25 that was ported and clipped. So it was like very minimal lag, very cool car. Those of you who's driven the car or ridden in the car, they know it was a really fun car. My cousin who has an Evo, he could tell you it was a pretty quick car. Not as fast as his Evo was, but it was pretty quick. It was fun. So, but like I said, that's gonna get new rods because watching the Mighty Car Mods video. Sorry if I go off track, but the Mighty Car Mods video showed their 4G15 running around the track, and the rods seemed to be the weak link. Well, I knew that to begin with. So because I want to run higher boost, I'm gonna switch out the rods to a stronger rod and probably run factory pistons. I know that some of the other guys run Vitara pistons in these, and speaking of Vitara pistons, I ran into problems with the Vitaras. Let's see. Twice this happened. One was when I had a timing issue with a cam gear failure from RPW, where the cam gear somehow sheared off the pin on the camshaft. So that jump timing caused the valves to hit the pistons. But then when I put in a fresh set of pistons, the valves hit the pistons again, even when the car was in time and everything. So they hit the kind of the valve recess area for the Vitara. There's 16 valve pistons, so but yeah, here's, if you can tell, here's the area where it hit on this. There's another piston. I've got car parts all over the floor right now because I'm trying to clean up stuff, but there's another spot, and just move this stuff around. And another spot. So yeah, out here we got a gas station that runs E85, so I'm gonna probably run an E85 setup, run higher boost, stronger rods, and the stock piston setup. I'm not gonna run the Vitaras. Like I said, if you guys have run the Vitaras and you've taken your engine apart and you've seen them have any kind of issue to where the valve hits that valve recess or so, let me know. And if yours doesn't, then maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe the timing was slightly off or so, but the car ran great. It had no issues, and it did it twice. So yeah, that was a little confusing. Other than that, the garage is a mess. As you can see, there's stuff everywhere. I bought some different tools here and there. I haven't really upgraded too much. It's a little frustrating seeing my turbo setup sit there for ever. Yeah, as you guys can tell, there's all my, or for the most part, most of my turbo stuff. Yeah, when I get a turbo, it'll actually be nice to run the setup again. That's the plan for eventually here soon. So financially, not going to happen in the next couple of months, but it's not to say I can't build the motor and do some other things. So like I said, big pile of parts, spare heads, the individual throttle body setup that I was making just for fun. All I did was cut a manifold in half and use motorcycle throttle bodies. I'll probably fix that and actually make it useful eventually. Just like having different kind of things like that. Some of you may have remembered that I had the RPW individual throttle body setups a while back, and it was awesome. I sold them, regret it, and wish I could get them back, but they don't make them anymore, and the person that bought them, probably there's no chance that they have that anymore. So some of us Mirage people have cars that stick with them for a long time. I've had mine for about, since 2003, so for quite some time. But there's a JIS screwdriver set that I bought. Didn't even know about this stuff until I watched a video of Turbo Tom's Garage, which if you guys are familiar with him, he's got quite a few bit of really cool cars. His current one is a Mazda AZ1, and if you watch some of those videos, I mean, he's really cool guy. His attention to detail and a lot of things really awesome. So other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot going on. Carey's car is the other Mirage. It's down still. It runs and drives and can do everything, but it still needs work. I haven't worked on it, so focused on school mostly. Had to get my a lot of my automotive classes done. Passed the ASE student exams for diagnostics twice. Taking a suspension and steering class right now just to gain more knowledge on stuff, because even though I work on cars, I'm still not as knowledgeable as I'd like to be. I mean, I'm consistently learning. Like I'm just I want to know as much as possible about everything. So I never really had that chance when I was working so much, but now that I have a lot more time and a lot more freedom over my schedule, I'm learning so much more, and it's been an incredible. Last year was an incredible year for my family and I, and so far this year is shaping up to be an even better one. So just saying that, I just wanted to post up, kind of what's going on, and that I wanted to explain that I combined those two channels. So I may have lost certain people or so. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I should be able to do the one video a week thing now, and even if it's a small video here and there, I'm going to try to at least pump out something of me actually physically working on the Mirage, whether it be Carey's car or my car. I want to do something with that, and then I'll also talk about my Celica, because I got rid of all the other cars. I'm going to scrap the whole business thing for a while, gain a lot more knowledge on different things, different aspects of automotive, California laws and regulations, and the way that I can either go around things or fix things, or what type of cars I should be working on for enthusiast purposes, and that I can get away with without losing tons and tons of profit, or messing myself up and shooting myself in the foot, however you want to look at it. So yeah, other than that, like I said, hope you guys are doing well. I look forward to this year. I'm really excited about the things to come, and I may have another car that kind of fell in my lap that's going to be something unique and something completely different than I've ever had before. So that's going to be really interesting, and if I get the chance sometime this year, or maybe in the next few months, I'll see if I can post up about it. But it's there's only one or two other people that actually know about it, and it's not a 100% thing. But if it does fall through, this is going to be something that is really, really interesting. I'm beyond excited, and it's unlike anything I've ever owned or driven before. So yeah. But anyways, guys, that's what's going on with my life, and I hope you're all doing well. Take care. See you later.